there's so many people out there who don't have anyone and they're struggling with mental health.
You might know someone who struggles, but you might not know that they're struggling.
I think most people just don't care. Like the average person on the street doesn't really care much about you. They just want to go where they're going, they're doing what they're doing.
And they do more damage to people who are struggling with mental illness. And you know that's very common.
Sharing Stories is a group of people in Uganda and the UK, and some of us have experience using mental health services, some of us have experience working in mental health services, and what draws us all together is a desire to improve the mental health and well-being in all of our communities.
We've worked with Sharing Stories over the last 3 days to look at the challenges, barriers and stigma around mental health.
Mental health is recognised and it's accepted in my community, so that's your community. Do you agree, do you disagree, or are you somewhere in the middle?
It's just, I agree that it's getting more acceptable.
I have a friend group that I'm the only service user in that group, but I feel accepted.
Yeah.
I don't feel as though they judge me because of my condition. I used to work in mental health. If I was still working in mental health, I'd be over there.
I work in mental health, and even, well, particularly within the actual mental health services, there's huge amounts of stigma, huge amounts of separation, discrimination.
Even the service itself?
Yeah, and massive assumptions about what people can and cannot do.
I think in mental health services it's more stigmatised than in general population.
I'm tempted to think that actually stigma is not all negative, all bad. It needs to be embraced.
There's quite a lot of people still who don't understand about it, that there's different mental health conditions.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stigma attached in my community, in my personal opinion. So.
Okay, yeah.
On the mental health side, it's more like, oh, how are you doing? They really care so much, but they don't care at all.
Sometimes in trying to raise awareness, we even give out facts that scare people. You tell them that, you know, at one time I almost killed somebody, I have a mental health problem. You know, you even make it more stigmatizing. So we have to know exactly what to say, I think.
Maybe awareness of, like, nobody is totally safe from this. Like, nobody can say, hand on heart, I will never have poor mental health.
I think there's still a stigma, but I don't think it's as bad as it used to be, because there's more people coming out about mental health.
So I know it's a lot more accepting today, but I wouldn't go and tell a friend that I had mental health issues because I'd be a bit embarrassed about it, to be honest.
What would you be embarrassed or worried about, do you think?
Probably a bit of both, actually. I'd be worried that they wouldn't understand, and also embarrassed the fact that I've got issues.
What about you, John?
Well, I've suffered from mental health myself, and it's been accepted in my area.
Okay, so you've actually had a positive experience of sharing it?
Yeah.
The method that we use in most of our creative programme always starts with building up confidence in the group, letting people get to know each other, warm-up games, team building. And then from there, when some trust is built up in the group, we try and introduce the theme. So we develop ideas through creative discussion, lots of debate, moving about the room to show what you think. And when we've got ideas on people's opinions, we try and delve into those further, and that's when we might start creating characters, scenes, scenarios, and going deeper into the reasons why people think what they think. How does mental ill health cause oppression to individuals or society? You choose which one of those you want. That's a really big question, and you can interpret it in so many ways.
Oppression to me, personally, is you don't have a voice, because when I felt oppression, I was actually in the mental health system, saying, I don't need that, I need this.
No one listens
Nobody listens to you.
Because of that, every time I wanted to sort of rise up more, I couldn't because of that oppression. So the only way I could escape from that was by going lower. But as I go lower, that weight comes down on you more, so there's more of the oppression. So at times when, you know, you're suffering or experiencing any mental distress, it's You feel the pressure, feel like crushed. You feel like you've got the whole weight of the world on your shoulders, and it's very hard to escape from that.
We've got lots of different techniques to develop ideas and develop characters around the themes that we're looking at. Sometimes we'll create a character on a piece of paper, and inside the head we'll write down all the things that that person's thinking and feeling. Their emotions, their loves, their dislikes, and on the outside we might write down how other people influence their life and other things affect them.
Tony's 21, experiencing paranoid schizophrenia.
Would you like to talk after class, Tony?
No, I've had enough.
Are you okay, Tony?
Oh look, they're laughing again.
I think they're just talking amongst themselves, Tony.
No, they're laughing. Lives with his partner, Harriet, who's 19. She's just found out she's having a baby.
You are?
That's not the guy, you see.
What do you mean? She feels like he's pushing her away, but he feels like she's pushing him away, so it's like lack of communication there.
Well, I'm pretty positive you're seeing someone else. And I think it must be him if he's dropping you off from work and you're going for coffees and stuff like that.
We work together. Well, yeah, we went for a coffee. We only work in an office together.
I'm pretty sure you're seeing. I'm pretty sure it's him, to be honest.
What are you on about?
It was really nice to share ideas with the Ugandan community and compare how mental health is dealt with in the UK and Uganda.
That is why they were saying, without saying that he has run mad, they were simply saying he's eating from rubbish bins.
Right. That's
Yeah.
interesting, because that's a sign of poverty or homelessness here, isn't it? But it's
It's a sign of poverty, but in fact, most of them who are so sick, who have really lost, what is it called, insight, end up just moving around, eating from rubbish pits, and so that is one way of depicting that somebody has lost his mind.
Okay.
I just wanted to tell you that.
It was interesting to see that loneliness and not speaking about it was a big issue in the UK. But in Uganda, they've still got issues about linking it to witchcraft and evil spirits.
People think that somebody has bewitched you. Somebody who wants you to have a bad life has bewitched you.
Back in Uganda, it's very common that more than 70% of the people that will come for services to a psychiatrist or a psychologist would have gone first to a traditional healer.
During the process when he was treating me, I suffered abuse because he was doing painful and very uncomfortable procedures on me, like cutting my head and putting very irritant, some substance which I don't know really where he got it from.
When you see that the family is under pressure to go to a traditional healer, it's because people believe in that.
I was chained to a car engine. There's something very funny. One time I broke the chain and I chased the spiritual healer. I mean, if he had powers, why was he running from me? So, if you really believe in the traditional healer, your belief, like Jesus used to say that your belief has healed you. Your belief, even if he does some thing that doesn't have any power, but your belief can heal you because your mind will be at ease and it will say, I've been treated. Maybe it will heal itself.
Sort of the placebo effect of believing something.
Yeah, placebo.
In recent years, we also have psychiatric services, but mostly, traditionally, people will go to traditional healers, and then when they've failed or there's no progress, we will never know about those ones that actually get the help that they need and what sort of help they get. And it's not only in Africa or in Europe, it's everywhere in the world. So the people who need the services the most actually don't get them.
You're not well.
It's stupid.
Everyone keeps saying how much They care about how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. I'm fine. It's only a year, innit? I can't tell anyone at uni. I think I'm weird already.
My mum wouldn't understand. I just didn't know where to turn. Where to go, who to listen to, who to talk to. I felt so alone.
You can talk, like, if you want to tell me something, you can just say it. You can talk to me.
Now talk about.
Get it down in there.
Okay.
Get it down.
Get it down in there.
Yeah, that's the
Yes,
way.
here we go. Here we go.
Do it again, barman.
Yeah, smile.
Time, gentlemen. Well, let's go.
Come on. You alright, love? What's wrong with you? You a bit drunk?
The piece of theatre that this group created was really fantastic. It showed a lot of problems and challenges for mental health service users and mental health professionals, but it didn't try and solve the problem. It asked the audience to come in and come up with solutions for that.
Forum theatre, I don't know if people have heard of it or not. It's a type of theatre which originated in South America and Brazil by practitioner Augusto Boal. Forum theatre was invented to challenge oppression and to make change. And through the work of Augusto Boal, he made change. He changed laws, legislations within Brazil. And that was all the purpose of his work, was to challenge and make change. And that's what this group want to do today.
I've got an opportunity, guys.
Okay, in you go.
Okay. So, just take change that order. Is that okay?
Yes.
Just orange juice. No
Just
orange
orange juice,
juice.
no worries, mate.
Make it 2, please.
2 orange juices, no worries.
Thank you. There you go.
Ain't it okay,
Oh, thank
mate?
you.
There you go. How's it going? Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, there you go. I've got mine. How you doing?
I'm okay, I could be better, I
You look
guess.
a bit stunned. I know it's an orange juice, but I've still got to do my essay. I'm flagging.
Yeah, me too.
Although the end piece of theatre was a really important piece of work and it has sparked lots of debate, the process of how we got there, the teamwork, the discussion and the journey that people went on to make that performance was equally important. And I think that's where people's confidence to talk about these issues really grew.
I think people that had not done drama before had had very little experience.
I've never done it.
Yeah, and there's a few that have done it before, felt that sort of confidence because we bonded so quickly and worked so well together. You know?
There are a lot of different skill levels and people with different kind of abilities and what they were comfortable doing. I think that everybody got involved and contributed, which is really rare, and usually get some people do a lot more than other people, but it felt as though kind of the entire group did a really good job together. I'd hope that at the very least the people in the audience of the theatre will kind of change mind maybe about stigma, and also kind of in the group of us as well, kind of changing what we think about stigma. I think there's a lot of self-stigma and kind of sharing experiences, especially with the guys from Uganda, has been like an eye-opener of different cultures and different ways of kind of coping with mental health problems. It's been really good.
I've really enjoyed very much, especially the way the facilitators took us through, and we all gained confidence and worked together very well without really telling us straight that work together, but they had their ways, their techniques of doing it very well. And of course I've loved the forum theatre, and and I think it will help bring out a lot of solutions to mental health problems, especially stigma.
If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, apply what? Theatre now.